Apart from lack of access to devices for online learning and poor connectivity, poverty can also affect children's life's chances. It could harm their physical and emotional well-being, and their education may also suffer as a result. That's what happened to 13-year-old Jaishnavi. She has been trapped in a poverty cycle throughout her entire life. Being homeless, Jaishnavi would often end up living along the open streets. That's where she slept and begged for food to survive. Her biological mother abandoned her when she was still very young. Her father used to work as a barber, but their life took a turn for the worse when COVID struck.
This COVID time, they never go to school. Last COVID, I'm struggling for food, for staying. I go ask people food for stay. I'm shower in McD bathroom like that. I call my auntie. That time I asking help from my parents because my father no have work.
She had a big ambition of becoming a doctor, but that dream has now become nothing more than a distant memory. She left school at the age of 9 because the family simply could not afford to finance her education. Her situation went from bad to worse after she and her father were forced out of the rented premises for not paying the rent.
My father can't pay rent money because they no have works. After that, the house owner say, go out because you never pay rent. After that, we go out. 9 years old, I can't study. I'm stop studying because I can't pay school money all. I feel so sad because I love to study. Asking my father, I want to study. My father say, I know I have money, you can't study. After that, I'm in home alone. I take one book, read, but I can't read. They bully me, you can't read, you can't do this, you can't do this.
To make matters worse, her dad was arrested for drug-related offenses. Alone, desperate and with nowhere else to go, Jaishnavi was finally referred to an organization called MySkills Foundation by her aunt. It's an NGO aimed at helping at-risk youth and providing them with residential-based training. That would enable them to join the workforce one day with their new skill sets. The place also provides her with a much safer living environment, unlike before, when she was still staying with her father.
He was actually a barber. He was managing a hair salon, and unfortunately, that's what kind of blocked his role as a father, because he need to do other odd jobs or something. And what we also suspect is actually he's also into gangs, and they do drugs as by using his premises. So that's when Jaishnavi realized that the place is not safe anymore. So that's when she herself preferred that don't want to be with that same house environment. Continuously there's some pressure going on, and that is why you can see a lot of depressive gestures, or people are taking suicide tendencies. So these are quite common among the youth at risk.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Today, with the care and training offered by the staff at MySkills Foundation, Jaishnavi can breathe easily. At least, she's now in safe hands. She can also look forward to a better life, armed with the necessary skills and knowledge to tackle future challenges.
This girl is quite a dynamic girl. I think she can be very versatile in any environment. One thing good about her advantage is actually she can survive. She's a survivor. She's not like any other person being reserved, try to be depressed. She vents out everything and be normal and very, very cheerful. I think one way that what persevered altogether with her is actually the ability for her to be resilient with the pressure.
But the problems facing children in the post-COVID era are often multifaceted. Their education, for one, has been disrupted because of the school closures. And home-based learning and teaching have become the safest way to break the COVID-19 chain of infections. But the move has turned out to be a double-edged sword. The good news is, schools have now begun reopening in some states, following a steep decline in the number of infections in the country. But students' capacity is limited to 50% in each classroom, while the other 50% of students will continue to study from home. For Jaishnavi, being at the center has opened her eyes to new possibilities. She has now developed newfound confidence that things can be better for her from now on.
First time I'm in MySkills, I'm so scared. After that, they teach me how to, you can study, you can do this, you can do more like this.
Will there be hope for these individuals in the post-COVID era? Overnight,